What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good day to you. And some big layoffs at the Washington Post that affects sports. We're going to talk about that in this segment. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that follow button, and subscribe to the YouTube channels if you have not already done so. Those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle as well as TFG Sports Media. First of all, let me apologize for my voice. Been fighting the cold the last couple of days, and it's finally getting back to where it need to be, but it's not quite there just yet. So just bear with me, we're going to get there. But we got to talk about the layoffs at the Washington Post. Over 300 newsroom employees were given the pink slips effective immediately. But the reason why I'm talking about this, it affects sports the most. According to media reports, they are doing away with sports altogether. That is the Washington Post. So if you still physically get a newspaper in the DMV area, in the Washington, D.C. area, you won't see a sports section there anymore. Who would have ever thought it? The Washington Post, one of the most legendary newspapers in the United States, will no longer be covering sports. All of the sports reporters have been given a pink slip. Jesse Daughtry, who had been there since 2017, he would speak with a local media outlet and say that they were somewhat blindsided that the whole sports department was gutted. He said that they have been hearing rumblings that there were going to be some layoffs, some cuts. We know the whole newspaper industry has been cutting back anyway for the last, decade or so since digital media has taken over. But he said, Daughtry said that he did not know that it was going to be this magnitude that they were going to get rid of the whole sports section. So again, if you still get a physical copy of the Washington Post, there won't be a sports section there, and that is just it's kind of crazy to think about. Again, I'm a 70s baby. I grew up in the 70s, 80s, so I was old enough to know getting a sports section from a physical newspaper was something that is very nostalgic. Obviously, it's going away in the past 20 years due to the digital era. I get it. But to lay off a whole sports section where you got the Washington Commanders, you got the Washington Wizards, the Nationals, the whole college, Georgetown University, all the DMV area, and not cover sports at your local newspaper, it's kind of sad. Again, the owner of this newspaper is Jeff Bezos. Yeah, that's Jeff Bezos who owns Amazon. And a lot of the former employees there that I read said they knew that there was going to be some cutbacks coming just because of the way the newspaper has been ran since Bezos have taken over. So again, I think most of us probably get our sports news now digitally. It's at our fingertips, on our laptops. I mean, I probably hadn't read a physical newspaper in years. So we all know that newspaper industry has been in decline. But now the Washington Post said that it does away with the whole sports section. The whole sports department pretty much is gone. It's kind of sad to hear. Again, it's sad to hear for those professionals that's losing their jobs. I've been part of a layoff before, so I know it's a difficult adjustment. It's difficult to swallow, but I feel like these talented, some of these individuals will land on their feet, even if it may be on the digital side. So now, will the Washington Post continue the digital side? I'm assuming so. But as far as we know, sports will be not part of the continuation at the Washington Post. So I'd like to know you guys' thoughts on this. No more sports with the Washington Post. And where do you get your sports information from? And are you surprised that there are still some newspapers around, even with sports part of that newspaper? I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Talk to me in the comments. I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.